Hi guys, so I'm back in the car and so is the Yaesu FTM-400. If you'll focus on that rather than the number plate of the car in front, that would be very nice. There we go, that's better. So that's what you want to see. So we've got the control panel back on the windscreen. The main unit is under the seat. I was going to try and attach it somewhere to the bottom of the seat, but there's nowhere to attach it, as it turns out, so it's on the floor again at the moment. Speakers behind me, between the headrest and the main body of the seat. It's in there in such a way that it shouldn't come out if I have to do an emergency stop or anything. So this is also in a nice convenient place. The microphone is obviously still in here because that was never removed. It's just the control side of that has not come back in here yet. After I was trying to diagnose why the PTT was jamming on, which turned out actually was more of a problem with the radio than anything else. They just needed a factory reset to sort that out. The antenna, on the other hand, well, it received fine. This is the new antenna, not the old one. But there is a slight issue, and I'll show you what that is. So this is the SWR of the antenna at the moment. I think if I touch the coax, it does slightly change a little. Whoops. Put that back where it was. And it's not particularly good at that. 2.5 to 1. So there's a couple of things I think it could be. The first thing I think it could be is if I'm getting slight changes in it when I touch the outer or whatever, and it's possibly common mode. So I've got means to test out whether that's the problem, whether it's using the coax as the other half of the antenna, which is really not ideal, rather than the car's bodywork, because it's not actually on a mag mount, it's on the roof bar, and turns out that roof bar is actually electrically isolated from the car. So the other possibility is that the broadcast receiver aerial is also in front of this aerial for 270. Although having said that, it is slightly offset to it, but it is quite close. But it's never really had a problem before, so I'm going to investigate those possibilities and see whether we get a better SWR on 2 meters. On 77s it looks fine, but on 2 meters it's a wee bit higher than I would like. Now I'm running the engine at the moment because this car's got a very poorly battery, and before Christmas that's really not ideal. And also need the car for work. I've just took a bit of a time out from the work to actually do this because it was actually dead. Whilst my mood's all cheerful because I managed to get this all set up, it's not as cheerful as it could be because another Domino's driver, I did work at Domino's for a bit, is out doing Uber Eats deliveries, and I was told I couldn't do that, so I'm a little bit upset about that. So this has actually took my mind off for that, stopped me getting very angry about it, because to be honest I would. Well, radio always keeps me calm, you know. So I'm going to get this looked at. I'm going to have to take the covers off the roof bar, so I'd have to shut the engine back down so I can get the key to take those off, because they've got locks on, so no one steals my roof bars. Not that they're going to anyway, because they've got a lot of cables to cut and everything if they want to do that. Anyway, so get this SWR down and hopefully I can get transmitting with that, although I'm not sure I'd want to. It's powered by the cigarette lighter at the moment, and that's just temporary until I can sort out something a little bit more permanent. Let's try and get it to focus back on there. So I've got the SWR plot there and the radio's control panel just up there. So I'd need to put this back into the radio anyway in order to be able to transmit safely. So I'm going to see if my first idea, which involves 2 battery straps, earth straps from Halfords, will do the job, because they kind of did the job with the one at the back, but you know, I'm not sure what the difference is going to be with a CB aerial and a collinear for 2 meters and 70 centimeters, because I believe that is classed as a collinear. Anyway, I'll see what's what and I'll get back to you on that. So here we are a while later. Now my idea didn't work, no surprises there, but it was worth a try. The idea of this hobby is to experiment. However, I've had to go down the mag mount route, so the antenna has been put onto one of the mag mounts, and as you can see here, on 2 meters the SWR is a bit more acceptable. Bring it in a bit, sorry about the Let's bring it somewhere in the middle of 145. There we go. And if it'll focus on that, I'm not sure it will. But it's about 1.5 to 1 we're looking at. So the mag mount seems to be the better option for this antenna. It does not like being on those bar mounts at all, which is a bit annoying, because the whole idea of the roof bars was so that I could, in actual fact, not use mag mounts, but unfortunately I'm going to have to. I checked my 4 meter antenna. The lowest I can get, that's 1.8 to 1. Else I'll have to investigate whether it's the mag mount or something else. I haven't checked this on 70 SEMS, so I really should do that. If I can do this without pressing the wrong buttons. I think it's recall 2. Try that again. Yeah. 70 SEMS seems to be okay. So it's set to 420 through to 450, which is slightly high, but otherwise, because yeah, it's pretty much okay across the band. That line looks flat. Let's see if I can bring it into 433 megs, which is where I would normally want it. And that way I don't risk popping the files in this radio. 433.5, if it'll get anywhere near that. Yeah, it actually gets right, it's spot on 433.5 there. That's pretty good. So 1.141. It's working. It's doing what I want it to do. I'm happy with that. So now I'm just going to plug it back into the radio, and I've also put the microphone switch back in so I can start actually using it. And I'll transmit some APRS and see how we get on. Right. I actually do have work that I should be getting on with, so I'll catch you in the next one, and hopefully I won't have any more problems. So 7.3 for now, and hopefully I'll catch you actually on 2 meters while I'm mobile, because it's been a while since I've done that. And as you can see, I'm monitoring GB3IR, although that repeater doesn't really get a lot of use, and the keeper is obviously umming and ahhing about whether they should continue running it or not. But I think it should be kept running personally, so it really needs to be used. Anyway, 7.3 for now. I'll go crack on with some work. I'll probably do some tests off camera to make sure everything's working as it ought to be, and I'll catch you in the next one.